able to make this happen. I've been watching their work for some time, and I will say again because the recording has begun. Welcome to Consent in the Face of Collapse with Genesis Ripley. Thank you all for being here. Genesis is a Black, queer, genderless poet, unschooling mother. Oh, something just fell in the other room. That's interesting. Unschooling mother and a Black futurist whose work lives in the intersection of reverence, relativity, and liberation. A word artist and inspirator in the technologies of consent. Genesis weaves poems, workshops, embodied frameworks that invite deeper conversation across the landscapes of identity. I'm not gonna be able to say that, Genesis. What is the next one?
I'm not
Emos
reading them for you.
is your word. Is
I don't know what it is. Not there.
emotional truth.
What
Uh,
is good enough?
emotional truth. Okay, I'm
Emotional.
close.
Emotional.
Emotional truth.
Correct.
Okay,
Better.
very good.
Yeah, not
And
there.
the consensual culture. Their living praxis honors the sentence of the sentience of all beings, ancestral presence, and the nonlinear unfolding of self through art. As ceremony, Genesis reaches into the wilderness of becoming, cultivating space where sacred practice, accountability, and grace converge. Welcome, y'all, and welcome, Genesis Ripley.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. Y'all hear me okay? Yeah. I'm really grateful that you came. Thank you for being here. Um, I'm super excited to be here. I've already seen a presentation yesterday I really love with what Teresa and Carlos and everyone that is supporting them is creating with strategy and solidarity. I saw Stephen Fowler yesterday tell a story of their life, and it was incredible and very inspiring. So if you haven't already, go through and sign up for the other presenters. It really helps them to know who's going to be in the room. Um, yeah. Hmm. I'm going to first pay my respects, my reverence. I come to you from the lands lived and shaped by the Tongva and Chumash peoples, unseated, enduring. May our gathering honor them, past, present, and unfolding. I come to you at the feet of the Black diaspora who have over centuries unfolded the freedom of my tongue. Every motion of it is a ceremony in their wilderness names. Those who sang us wisdom into the blues of right now with every breath of their refusal. They laid the grace of trail and pace. Those who remind me again and again relentlessly that collapse is not merely an ending, but also the compost of new beginnings. So, before we enter the grounds of our communion, please know I am no expert. I share the wisdoms of my life and my living. This is no lecture. I keep ceremony. I invite a place of presence, place threshold at your feet reverently. And with that, we begin with breath. I made a video for us, y'all. It's about 5 minutes long as we open our space together and cast circle around ourselves, each other. May it nourish our right now. Welcome. Let your breath arrive, your shoulders drop, your jaw soften. Let your attention gather itself back from the corners where it has been pulled. Then this is a ceremony, not of performance, but of presence. Take slow breath in through your nose. Let it widen your ribs, your back, your inner spaces. Release. Repeat. Let yourselves arrive. You are not late. You are not wrong. You are not behind. You are here. And you are welcome. Above us, the witnessing sky. Below us, the body of earth. Within us, sacred compass. Around us, the breath of our ancestors, the songs of our children, the pulse of every tree, every river, each other, every unnamed one still dreaming. Together we cast circle, not of protection, but of reverent attention. We make sacred this space by how we listen, by how we soften, by how we let go of the noise, the certainty, the need to know. We draw in from the north the wisdom of stone, of stillness, of deep remembering. We draw in from the east the breath of new beginnings, of wing and wind, of clarity and change. From the south, the fire of transformation, the spark of rage and creation, the invitation to burn what no longer honors. And we draw from the west the waters of emotion, the tide of grief and grace, the prayer that moves beyond words, above the vastness, below the ground, within the truth between us, the consent to be here. You are invited to arrive just as you are. No mask, no performance, only presence, only breath, only now. Let this be a sanctuary of sensing, a container of curiosity, a living portal for what is ready to fall away, for what is ready to rise. Breathe in the kind of breath that reaches your edges. Release slow. Arrive. Welcome back. I'm going to start with a poem. Side note, before I do, um, I'm at home and my kids are here. Josh, the garbage truck's in the back. You're going to hear that. It's real life over here. This piece is called It's Okay to Not Know. It's okay to not know. No matter what that might be, it's okay to not know. It's the truth. Just breathe. We are all in the space of not know together, regardless of all the experting and pretending we spinning, regardless of all the intelligent, clever, the protections we move, the false hierarchies we all weather. It's okay to not be certain it's powerful, to not be certain it's honest, to not be certain it's spaciousness, to not be certain. It's okay to soften the grip of your believing. It's okay to unravel some of its weaving. It's okay to reflect without choosing condemning. It's okay to place down all the weapons we wielding. It's okay to choose to move more benevolently. It's okay to surrender to the truth of our humility. It's okay to seek the questions, the stars, divinations, the shroom conversations, the leaves that spill incantations, trance dance, drawing out elations, pouring out as our libations, write our poetry into liberation. It's okay. It's okay to learn tenderly, think differently, listen curiously, witness reverently, be in our humanity. It's okay to live our lives accountably, graciously. It's okay to play when the bombs fall, to dance and sing our hearts out, to let our emotion art out. It's okay to not hate what we are when we do. It's okay to remember play as a portal for truth. It's okay to pray. It's okay if you don't. It's okay to say, I really don't know. It's okay to feel that and not hate what you are. It's okay to feel awkward and still move from your heart. It's okay to shed old stories that no longer fit us. It's okay that our myths might feel like they've missed us. It's okay to grieve the regrets that feel like they could swallow us. We all have them. There's no shame to hide of us. It's okay to seek where we might be coerced. It's okay to not silence abuse. Let your voice. It's okay to feel afraid. Fear is a vast space, not merely a yes or no, run and hide or die race. Fear is a language that we can reclaim. We can rise out of the shame and transmute the blame. We can gaze toward the unknowns of a fiery horizon just beyond a culture of relentless strategizing. We can grieve. Let ourselves breathe. Learn how to be creatures that let ourselves be. We can become our own and each other's free. Together rise culture that moves consensually. It's okay to not know. Perhaps better we don't. It's within the surrender to our humility that we might finally meet on truth's ground. So, this is how I invite we begin. Not with certainty, but with presence. Not with answers, but with our awareness. our curiosity alive. It's from the grounds of not knowing that spaciousness lives, that we might remember, that we might create. See, we are in the unraveling. We feel it in the atmosphere, in our bodies, in our dreams, in our grieving, in our fear. In my home, where the hard chill of ice has new meaning, where governments and headlines unfold brutality and lies flippantly in our faces, that we and the whole of this planet can no longer collectively not see. We are witnessing the unraveling even as we are entangled within it. Finally, our collective entrails are showing, spilling, in ways most of us can't deny. The spell of their fairy tales is breaking, and we ask of ourselves, in the mess of it, what's ours? And what do we cast away and let burn in the flames of their undoing to become compost for new ways? Their stories, their indoctrinations, their rigid constricting patterns, their limiting beliefs, their bending of our attention, their distractions, their suppression of imagination and creativity, their ravaging coercions, their surveillance, their implication of our diversity, our sacred myriad as threat, their insatiable consuming, their soulless extracting, the Trojan horse that is compulsory education, their unsolicited authoritarian dominion, their policing, their hierarchies, their fucking war, their relentless era-spanning stripping of consent in so many ways we don't even notice all of them. But we felt it, we feel it, and all of this, all of it, it's a blasphemy to all of life, one that has always been crumbling and will no longer hold. Empire has met its threshold. It's in its death throes. The fall is inevitable. The insatiable ravaging of greed and hunger for power has always led to its own demise. And here we are, together in the mess of it. I'm going to call in the flames to the space. The flames are symbolic, a reflection of what is already dying, a mirror of what is already unraveling, a poetic witnessing of the death of rot that can no longer hold. It's a composting song, y'all, of the decaying myths, the unraveling violences, the cultural husks collapsing under their own weight. This piece is called Black Hole Sun. A rock rises, hovers, as blue hush changes course, and ash blankets new beginnings. The rain of ignorance runs for cover bliss, no longer be our mother. Patterns unravel in witness eyes. Truth will no longer be denied like tidal wave on the dust of mind. The rage moves first, arises like a dying sunrise whose people have forgotten their worship. She denies them the promise never made, yet always kept, the grace we neglect. Fear claims her moment, tiptoes over dying certainties, bloated, pirouettes of inevitability as the storms descend. The moment where knees kiss earth. In the final hour, when flame meets sky and silence, and the old gods fall quiet, we kneel into the holiness of our entanglement, souls braided in breath, whole at last in the truth of our belonging. So, turning from compost to design, now what rises from the ash of it, from the fertile ground we just laid with our witnessing. We don't stand here to rebuild the structures of empire in softer tones. We're not here to make oppression more sustainable. The old gods must die. They gotta go. We're not fixing, we're cultivating, drawing from the ancient ways, creating something new. We bring our sacred attention and intention to the presence of what we are becoming, moment by sacred moment, step by tender step, motion by motion, myth by myth, in the grace of us. So let's talk about what is consent. I have slides for that, one second. I like to go back to the origins of words. This is the etymology of consent, condensed. Consent comes from the Latin consentire, which means to feel together or to be in harmony. Com or con is with. Sentir is to feel, perceive, to sense. So at its origin, consent is not about legal compliance or individual permissions. It's about relational attunement, a shared sensing. It implies a mutual presence, a joining of feeling, and the recognition of another's sentience as equal to one's own. So, how does the technologies of consent define consent? Consent is a spiritual, cultural, and emotional practice of attunement, accountability, and reverence. It's not a moment, but emotion, not a rule, but a rhythm, a flow, not a performance, but a relational architecture, bones. Consent is freely given, never coerced, manipulated, or extracted. It's informed, grounded in transparency, clarity, and shared understanding. It's revisable, a living agreement that can be changed or withdrawn at any time. It's mutual. All involved are participating with full agency, not power over. Consent is the architecture of liberation. It makes reverent relationship possible in a world undoing the inheritance of domination. It's how we build cultures where nothing must be taken to be known, owned to be loved, or broken to be real. And it applies not only to touch or sex or legal agreements, but to how we speak, witness, ask, listen, share knowledge and information, organize, create, parent, grieve, govern, and love. So, what is the technologies of consent? The technologies of consent is a living framework of relational, cultural, and spiritual practices rooted in reverence, mutuality, and sovereign choice, shaping how we live, create, and connect in alignment with consent. It's not a framework of rules, it's a way of seeing, a way of choosing, a way of relating, a way of moving. It's a compass. What are the tools and patterns? 1 second, I'm playing. What are the tools and patterns and practices existing right now that make it possible to live our lives compatible with consent? And these are physical, visible, or structural elements, tools, spaces, practices, or systems that we are all living right now that are compatible for consent's flow, the things that we keep. This is a list of some of them. This list is nowhere near exhausted. Agreements, and really it's meant to take with you to just kind of consider and hold and wonder in the context of how we can look at what we're already living through a framework of consent. Agreements or shared protocols created in relationship or group, restorative justice circles, community councils, or consent-based meeting formats, the cultivation of our homes that encourages autonomy and shared care, ritual objects or artistic mediums that anchor values of consent and connection, unschooling and deschooling rhythms or community-based co-learning frameworks, mutual aid structures and land trusts. We also ask ourselves, right? What happens when we bring the lens of consent, reverence, accountability, and grace into our lives? The ways we speak to ourselves, yeah, to how we treat ourselves, to the beliefs we hold about ourselves, to the ways that we believe what we believe about ourselves. What happens when we bring that same lens of consent, reverence, accountability, and grace to our lives with our children in their agency, our intimate relationships, our friends, lovers, family, our communities, and each other in our different locations, abilities, colorful identities, genders, ancestries, spiritualities, and truths, all the ways we identify and live ourselves in relationship with each other in this life. And our world, the earth. What happens when we bring that lens to cultivating a culture of witnessing, listening with reverence and presence, practicing pause before reacting, attunement to self and others, accounting for and mitigating power differentials in relationships and conflict, reflecting on the stories we believe about safety and worthiness, reflecting on the culture we build through language, myth, and metaphor, ancestral memory and intuitive knowing, relational sacredness, not as a belief, but as a chosen consensual practice, agreement, willingness to sit with discomfort and move through it reverently and in grace. This work can inspire feels of dissonance. That's what it is to build new patterns in the body. That's what happens in those moments. And our horizontal relating over vertical. Mm. So we have about 20 minutes right now. Oh, I can sometimes forget the chat. I'm gonna all love and thank you. Um, I'm gonna present 3 questions to y'all in the chat, right? And these questions are for exploration. They're just to hold in your body and let it dance and play with your garden, right? There's no right or wrong answers to any of them. They are meant to just commune with you. Um, Anybody who has anything that comes to them, just you can put it in the chat and we'll spend some time there. We got about 20 minutes for the 3 questions, so I'm grateful. Um, all right. And if you find that you have questions, I invite you to resist the urge to ask them and to just let that sit in your body. Let the I don't get it have its own dialogue in you, right? All right. All right. First question's coming. So, what does your life look like when it's a slow, intentional, meaningful cultivation through and centering of consent as a practice, as self grace, as sacred relationship, right? What shifts in your life when your actions and choices and relationships and ways of being are shaped by intentional consensual practice, beginning right now where you are, rather than by habit, the centering of uh, a misaligned fear, urgency, or defensiveness or survival. And remember, we're going to be reverent of the ways our bodies have moved to protect us. We all live in a violent and violating culture. So, this exploration is by no means a place to invite guilt and shame and judgment to come and spin their tricks, right? It's, and even if they do come, you could just be like, what's up? And keep it rolling with the practice, right? Let them be there if they need to be there, right? Because that's what it is sometimes when we're moving through and we're practicing new things. And, you know, it's part of the protections that move. Um, Even the shame, it lives as part of the protections to not go into certain places of us, but, and it's all love in those places. It worked for us at some point. The question is it going to work now in the work that we're doing now? And then in our unfolding into the moments that are in front of us, right? So, how do you wake up? How do you speak to your body? How do you relate? How do you, what do you say yes or no to? What do you cultivate your life around? So, if you have any feels or inner echoes or risings, you can put them in the chat. Thanks, Teresa. And it's completely okay if you don't. Oh, wait, we got one. It is. I hear that. I hear that. I embrace the awkward. Alignment, ease, peace, joy, trust, freedom. Thank you, Crystal. I feel that. It looks like, Evie said, it looks like expanded choice, greater ease, increasing trust in mycelial microclimates of psychological, spiritual, and emotional safety. All right. It looks like relief and gratitude. It feels more human, more aligned with the insects, birds, celestial bodies, and the planet we live on. Thank you, Evie. That's beautiful. Abiel, this experience is so timely for me in these moments, in this space. I feel myself slowly spiraling down to roots, to the floor of a large, spacious cave. Feels good to rest here, to dwell here for a time, to remember that this space exists all the time and now. It's beautiful. Enina J. Oh, shoot, where'd you go? Oh, I love the witnessing in the room. That's beautiful. Really, Enina J, really appreciate the love on protections that used to work, but no longer may be useful. I hear that. That's my bestie, y'all. Carlos. The depth of consent that we're working toward is new, so far beyond a verbal check-in with other, and really about check-in on the self. Ashe. Absolutely. Feels like honoring truth, befriending fear. That's absolutely, Katie. I have more than one poem on a dialogue with fear. Yeah. It looks like clarity, confidence, support, more love, more me. Jamila, thank you. And Teresa, it also feels like deeply grounded possibility of roots growing through and with the earth. Creation that is slow, not explosive. Feels nice. I love the responses in here. I love the explorations. Um, and I invite y'all to take it with you and do more, just spend time in that place. It's a really yummy place to be. I'm gonna put in question 2. Oh, wait, okay. All right. What lives in the moment between sensation and reaction? That blink of a space that is what is made of it, and how do you come to know it as yours? So that question, right, is like a whole series of workshops, right? So um ultimately though, I just like to place it, at your feet, to just let the beings of you take it in and commune and have dialogues. um there's a rhythm to our experience, right? First, the sensing, the raw data of life brushing up against the skin of our being. Then the emotion, a rising, swelling wave that begins to move through us. And from there, the interpretation, the meaning, our mind, our memories, our body assigns to that wave. And then the response, what we do with it, what we offer to the world through word, through silence, through motion or retreat. But between the sensing and the reacting, there's a breath, a pause, right? Even though it feels like, right? But there is a portal, a sacred in between. This is where your patterns live. It's also where your possibility lives too. Hmm. I love the faces I can see. Abiel, in this moment, I can see that space in my mind's eye. I don't know what's in there. Uncertainty is the word that arises, but I suspect it's where creation is, where I create how I choose to be. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, my friend. Carlos, sliding in, sliding into, through, and around the liminal space, because that's where the good things are created, in secret, in the dark, in the margins of the page. Finding the margins of the moment is a place to write our own futures. Every word of that. It's beautiful. Glenn, letting go of so many generations of what we were told was truth. Real talk, real talk. Katie, a symbolic language, an invitation into unlearning, possibility that is untouched, an opportunity to build together, a deep intimacy. A new symbolic language. I like that a lot. Hmm. Evie or Evie, I want to at least get your name right. It's got to be in there somewhere. For me, a pause for curious question, said and unsaid, and then a feeling or potential and anticipation comes in. The moment between sensation and reaction. Sometimes it is pleasure, sometimes it's excruciating. Indeed. Crystal, where our patterns live and our possibilities. Hmm. This, this is our choice. I choose love. Me too. Hmm. Teresa, it's the space where a story is born. Maybe breathing into it is the way to claim it. Hmm. Mm. Abia, I recall that I've never thought about creating brand new. I've always thought about shaping what is into something better. How interesting the notion that I can create from within me. It's beautiful. All right, we're going to move into question 3 now. These were beautiful. Oh, wait, Jamila. It's a moment outside of time where all knowledge and knowing exists, alerting us to what needs to heal our desires and fears, etc. Outside of time. Doesn't feel so rushed there, except it does, right? Indeed, Crystal. But so many things are, right? Right? Crystal said time is an illusion. All right. All right. Question 3, last question. And I'm not going to be able to stay with this one that long because because I was all, juicy in the other ones. So I'm going to place this one with y'all and y'all can take it with you. Um, because I want to be able to bring the final things that I have in our space. So this question is, what might it look like to witness that sacred space we just spoke about and explored? To honor its truth, to breathe in its presence. And then, when we're ready, even as we cultivate our capacity to guide it with care, not to control it, but to be in conversation with it, to offer your attention as devotion, to let guidance be an act of intimacy and not authority. In TOC, it's this, the space between sensation and reaction is sacred. It's a threshold, liminal space where we might pause, not to delay action, but to cultivate a culture of choosing, to bring presence, reverence, and responsibility to the motions we take next, right? Again, judgment and shame like to come and dance and play in this space. They're their own sentience sometimes, right? From these learned ways of patterns and urgency, they contract your nervous system and reinforcing fear-based loops that bypass your capacity for choice. TOC invites, instead of dominating this space with control, which is not real anyway, or self-correction, we tend to it. We tend to it like a garden, because we each and all, individually and together, be holy grounds. We walk ourselves with grace, with witness, with ceremony. And this repatterning becomes its own act of liberation. So we're coming to a close. I really enjoyed our time together. Thank you so much for being here, truly. For your breath, for your presence, for your wisdom, um, for your grace. If you want to stay connected, you can find me at my website, genesisripley.com, social media, Instagram and Facebook. My poetry book, The Mythology of a Dragon, is available now. My next collection, I'm finishing up right now. It'll be released in the next coming months. You can invite me to do book readings, hold poetry circles and ceremonies, and host workshops rooted in the technologies of consent. I want to leave you with these words. We're not alone in this practice. This is a communal turning, a collective ceremony. We're not protecting empire. We are protecting life. We are not fixing their broken shit. We are remembering wholeness. Together, we build new culture from the ash, slow, intentional, with grief, with joy, with contradiction. We're not asking empire to change, it's burning. We become the place where it no longer can survive. This is the work of the technologies of consent. That concludes my time with y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
Ashe. Thank you so much, Genesis.
Thank you, Carlos.
Deeply
Thanks for the
appreciate
love,
it.
y'all. Me too, Katie. It's beautiful. Crystal.
When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define a kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body are the laundry list of all of life's unkindnesses, but I still sip tea and chant om and live free, cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. Mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, cause the all-knowing's listening. But no worries, I'm Gucci, my thighs are little juicy, my dialogue, little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboos are accustomed to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This the moral, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me, and my strength is now inhuman. I get that straight from my own me, shining silk from out the grill of yours and truly. You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. Shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week, and my mind beats reciting affirmations like holy rites, and still don't know everything. But I guess confessions from 8x11s and studio sessions seem like it's only right. And trust me, this my therapy, fuck your couch. Finna murk all these Murphy types, funny salary, shut your mouth. Touch me, I'm slaughtering crews, squads, goons, teams. The queen is coming to rule your region, coming for all of your assets plus your house. I ain't always have it in me, no tolerance for pretending. I was 14 years old, forcing pills down my throat, so my baby fat diminished. Still got these scars from cutting my wrist when I thought that life was finished. Now they remind me what my lows look like. Now I know the sky's the limit, okay. Never claim to be perfect, that's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm worth it, that's the responsible thing. Spent half my life trying to find my light from outside sources, while the only voice that mattered came from me. You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. Shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. When rock go in, she too aggressive, that's too masculine. And her content a little too obsessive, just relax a bit. She say she God, that's narcissistic, just the facts of it. Nah, I don't really F with female rappers, that shit sacrilege. Glad I learned early not to internalize every ink up. Daddy told me with every opinion there comes a sphincter, and they would rather see them thoughts than popularize a thinker. Why them lying archetypes is chasing cat, them trying to sphinx her. Rap pharaoh, skin carol, mellow apparel, mainly vintage. Merrill composed the warriors, so every verse became a vengeance. Went through too much hell failed and not be fired, but they still feigning ignorance. So now I came to collect my just due with remaining interest. Baby, I'm a star without the flash fame of Fenty. Came out the dark, lit up the entire game upon my entry. Kept it 100, messed around and gained another century in this. Now I'm aimed to pop off till my mental chamber's empty. I'm unbothered, your standards is irrelevant. I might F around and rock a body, all just for the hell of it. They've been trying to martyr me for ages cause my melanin. So now I'm soaking UV rays with shaker slathered on my abdomen. My dude, I'm magic, my gang is God is my mood. It's savage, that's gangless, kindness bars moving. Mountains my range, astonishing, dangerous. Silence like rain and comets, they blazing. Trails through planets, all hell, it's kind of amazing. That's right, we'll call it self-love. Discovered I was dope and indulged like upscale drugs. And you can call me arrogant if that's gonna help love. But if you trying to knock me down, your demolition fell, bruh. You better shine on them, baby, you a star. Be exactly who you are. Cause they're gonna try and change your heart. Cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. You better be exactly who you are forever. Don't let them, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
Oh my God, you just blew my actual mind. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Be well.
Be well, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you.